hopefully it actually works this time. And I can see, let's see. Yes, I see it. Okay, it worked. Okay, so it's I can see it now. I see I'm in on YouTube again. So hopefully we'll get some people to come back to us. And you know what? While we had this break, I actually got strong and decided like, no, I'm going to go crazy with colors. I'm not going to censor myself. I'm going to actually do some colors I've never used before and say, hey, why not? Like electric melon. I've never used electric melon. So that might look pretty with some turquoise.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I'm gonna quit being terrified and just have fun with it. Oh good. Yay, we're back. Sorry you guys, we went on again and I couldn't get it to go. And so this time Scott restarted his phone too, and now we're back. So who knows? But I'm glad we're back. And like I was just saying, if you didn't hear, I was telling Scott, while we had that like 10-minute break, I got strong again, and now I'm back to adding some yellows and reds. Um, Electric melon being one I've never used before. This is a Dharma special order dye. I have no idea what it's gonna do. So the whole point of this was to go crazy, and I'm back to going crazy. All right. Okay.
Weird.
So,
I don't see it on my iPad.
did you restart the iPad?
No.
Or you don't necessarily have to restart the iPad, but maybe like
I
restart the
I did.
app.
I closed it out. Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, this one is I just called it Tie-Dye Designs Third Try. So if you can, maybe if you can go to my channel, if it'll pop up, because I know it's there because I'm in on my personal account. So we're back.
All right, I got you. Here we go.
Oh, did you get in?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Melanie, Amanda, Janet, Grace, Joy, Greg, um, Judy, Amanda. Thank you so much for telling us to restart. I appreciate your help so much. Okay, so now we're back to deciding: do we go with 2 inches, and just do 10 on my 20-inch shirt, or should I break that in half and go 1 inch? But then when you look at a 1 inch stripe, that looks also very scary because it's powerful, like 1 inch stripes of color next to you. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah.
that's a very powerful, I don't know.
I hear you.
I'm really struggling with if I go with 2 inches, I know it's safe. If I split that in half and you know what? I'm going for it. What did I say in the beginning? I'm going with a crazy shirt. I'm going with a crazy shirt. If it turns out ugly, well, there's no ugly tie dye in my opinion. It's all for fun. So I'm now gonna stripe my shirt out. I'm gonna do it at every 1 inch. So I'm gonna basically split all these in half. Now, the thing that I'm wondering what I should do is, should I split it and repeat the pattern? So instead of doing 20 colors, do I just repeat it twice? That's the main question here. Anybody got any suggestions on what you want to see me do? Do you want to see me repeat the pattern or just do 20 colors on one shirt and see what the heck happens? Let's see. Oh gosh. Okay. I used yellow. Yellow's not. I can't. I'm gonna mark on it here with black because I've got all the other colors that I've done and I can't see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna make every 1 inch. I'm gonna make a line in black ink here, and then when I get done doing this, I'll look up and see if you guys have a preference. If I should just do 20 different colors or if I should repeat the pattern at 10. You know, you guys know. You guys are dyers. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay, I've got it marked out at 1-inch intervals. This is going to be interesting. Never done it before, so that's the fun of it, right? Never done it. Don't know what we're doing. Having fun. Okay, let me look here. Did anybody say?
All right, I'm
20
ready.
colors. So Lynette says go for it. Go with the 20. All right.
You're going 20 colors or?
Yeah, that was my question. Should I do? Because remember I said in the beginning I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna just like
That's pretty crazy.
I'm going nuts. Do I
I'm
do
going.
20 different colors, or do I play it safe and double it up and you know
I say one color each and go with 20 colors.
one color each, go with 20 colors.
Yeah.
And should I start like, should I do like a rainbow, or you know what I mean? Like, should I start with a hue, like go safe and go purples into the blues, into the greens, into the yellows? Or should I go insane and just go whatever? That's also a thing to think about. You know,
Yeah.
like, because you can do like dark purple, light purple, you know.
Yeah. Right. Light to dark. You know.
Yeah, light to dark, and then pick it up in the blues. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I don't know what to do other than just start throwing colors at it and see what the heck happens. Well, that's why we're doing this. I'm gonna throw colors at it and see what the heck happens. So I have no intention of flipping this shirt. Um, there would be no way for me. Well, that's not true. I could pay attention, write it all down, but I have no intention of flipping this shirt. So I really, really hope that I get good saturation all the way through because imagine how difficult it's going to be. All right. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, and hey, and that's another thing. If you guys are just coming on, you, there's a little thing up at the top of the chat where you can do top comments or all comments. It's like a little triangle with lines. Click on that and go all comments so you can see the live feed. This is out of my control. This is a YouTube thing. I can't set it. Okay. Okay. Christy. Hi, Christy. Yeah, I'm thinking like gradient hues too, just to keep it from being totally insane. Um, like maybe starting with purples and working my way down into the reds, or vice versa. But also mixing it up so it's a little bit crazy. I don't know. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do though is I'm going to do what Scott usually does. He puts his. You want to explain your setup, Scott, so people understand what they're looking at?
What do you? My. Oh, how?
Yeah, like your
How my
rack.
stuff is?
So I have mine sitting down in the gutter, but what I was thinking is I'm going to lay it flat and do it on paper towel just to have a little control.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's what I was thinking of, but you have a special setup there that works really well for you on catching loose dyes.
Yeah, I catch my loose dye. I have like these. They're like perforated cookie sheets. They have holes in them, and I and then underneath that I have just a regular, the same size cookie sheet. That's just a regular size cookie sheet or a regular cookie sheet. So anything that falls off my shirt falls into these holes, and I can just use a paper towel and knock them into the holes. And then I save all my dye that falls in, and I label it all, as in all my colors mixed. And I have four. It's actually quite crazy. I have four jars about this size.
Yeah, so
I mean,
those are
it's
going to make
quite.
I think those are going to make some fun shirts. It's going to be like you don't know like I would do those on spirals, like, because
Yeah,
whatever
there are.
happens, happens.
Yeah,
Because they're quick and easy to fold, and that way you're not wasting a lot of like time and energy on a master fold, and then you put dye colors on that are like ugly.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
so I don't know. I also just kind of switched my mind back into like maybe I'll just do it in the gutter. I don't know, you guys. I think what I'm going to do is just start adding dye to it because the whole fun of it was just to like kind of go crazy. Now, considering that this is going to be on an incline and all of the colors are going to be running to the center, I feel like I should put my darker colors down here because if it gets muddy, it can kind of help hide weird, dark, ugly colors. So I think I'm going to start whatever I have on my table here that I feel like is kind of dark. Nothing. I don't have anything dark on the table. So maybe let's do some magenta galactica down here at the end. Let's see. So I'm just going to like start picking them up and putting them down. And I'm doing 1-inch strips. And Scott is doing 1-inch strips, but he's leaving white space.
Yeah.
So that's the difference because remember, he's choosing colors that do make splits, and I'm saying I don't care about splits. I'm going to see what the colors mix together and make. Two completely different approaches.
Yep.
So, did I go? Well, I might have gone a little over my line, but that's okay. Okay. So my first color was magenta galactica, and I probably should be writing this down because in case. So here's the thing, I don't want to flip it, you guys, but if tomorrow morning when I look at it and there's no saturation on the back, you know, I need to save the project. And that's why every project is different. And it's important for you to understand that and pay attention. Like if you need to shift gears and make something work, be prepared. That's why I always say write things down, take a photograph, something. Um, because my plan of not flipping it might not work out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I started with, I'm going to just write Magenta Galactica, MG. Okay, and then let's see, for fun, next to Magenta, I'm going crazy. Let's do Electric Melon because I don't have any idea what it's going to do. So, Electric Melon is a special order dye from Dharma Trading Company, and their special order dyes require you to let me put on gloves while I explain this. You have to buy 5 pounds or more of dye to get the color, and that's a lot of dye. So if you go into Facebook, there's a group and it's called Tiedye Supplies Marketplace. And currently I'm getting my small quantities of dye from Kathy Greger. Now, this did not come from Kathy, but it's same thing. You get a little jar of dye, and you pay normal prices instead of paying $100 for 5 pounds.
Yeah.
And there is a link down below in the description box, which will take you right to the Facebook group that I'm talking about. And don't forget to wear your masks and put on your protective gear. Okay, when you're working with dye, you want to make sure that you're wearing a mask. I'm making a video. It's hard for me to breathe and talk. I have asthma, and so I can't talk and breathe at the same time. Okay, so I went with
Mine.
yeah. So you can hear that Scott sounds like he's Darth Vader. Okay, so now I went with magenta, then I went with electric melon, which is an orange, I think. How about let's do a yellow. So I'm going to come over here to my special order dyes and see if there's a color I haven't even used before. Ooh, Flamingo Fantasy. What is that?
That's gotta be pink, huh?
Let's see. I'm thinking like a yellow, like a mustard or something. God, where are all my special order dyes at? Oh, okay. So I'm gonna just try like mustard yellow because I figure if we're down here in the hot colors like reds and oranges and pink, I'm gonna try mustard yellow, which is also from Dharma Trading Company's special order dye list. Okay, and I'm going kind of heavy because I want it to get through all the way. And I'm leaving my spoon in the jar in case I need to come back and make adjustments or if I change my mind and want to repeat the pattern. Let's see. Oh, I'm actually making a rainbow and I didn't even do that on purpose. I went yellow, orange, red. I mean, I could do that. I could just do a rainbow, which are my favorite thing to do. I could do a green. What now? What now? So if I put a blue here, it's going to make green, which will get into the orange, which will make it look really ugly. So let's see. If I do like another red type color, it'll all keep blending and then I can go into purples. So let's see here. Well, maybe I'll just try the light red because I have it sitting right here next to me. Yeah, Scott's so fast. He's already done. I'm thinking out loud. I'm like I said, I was going crazy, but at the same time, I want to try to make like a pretty shirt. I'm not saying that Scott's not making a pretty shirt, but what I'm saying is, I want to try to think about the colors that I'm using and how I'm placing them and how to make a transition between reds into blues into greens and so on. So light red is basically fuchsia red. So now I could start to switch into purples because but I want to get a little bit away from the yellows. And so let's see, another red. Let's see. 20 colors. It's so hard to choose. Strawberry frappe? Is that how you say it? I don't know. Strawberry frappe. Never used it. Let's give it a try. Oh Lord, I can't get it open with my gloves on. Let's see. So in theory, this should be kind of like a pink, which will go nice against the. If I can't get it open though, I won't use it. Yeah, this is really giving me the business.
Oh, I hate that stuff. I mean, you got to have tape around it, but man, sometimes they make it hard.
Oh yeah, no. Um, no, Kathy did an awesome job. Okay, no, I was just saying, like, without, with my gloves on and all that. Okay, so we're doing strawberry frappe or frappe. I don't know. And I don't even know if it ice dyes well. So this will be a learning curve here. So would you do some strawberry? Oh, and this is a nice fine powder. Like, this is a type that I like to work with. It goes on really soft and sandy. I
Yeah.
like that. I like it when it goes on like that.
All my colors were like that except for Moose. Moose had a little bit of chalkiness to it, but all the other 9 colors that I used, actually Strawberry Skies is a little chalky, but I cut it with glauber salt to make it easy to it falls off my spoon the way I like it.
No, that's good because it also will help it like last a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Like it'll spread it out a little bit.
Right.
Like the salt will help make it, make it last longer. Let me see. What did I just do? I did strawberry frappe. So, like, what would be a fun contrast color, but not annihilate the oranges right now? Let's see. Like a let's try snozzberry because I have no idea. I really don't. I know it's like a purplish blue, and if it gets down there and meets with the yellow, I mean, it should make a green. Let's hope. Let's just hope that color theory is working a little bit here.
No.
Okay. And remember, I'm going heavy because I want it to be able to saturate through. All right, so now I've kind of moved into the blues. So we're kind of getting away from the reds and the pinks and moving that way. So we got the blue. Well, I don't know. I think snozzberry is like a purpley blue. Maybe we'll go. Heck, why not? Let's just go Cayman Island green, kind of like a turquoisey green color. I can't say that I've ever made a shirt that's this random. Like I think about it a lot, and this is really going for it for me as far as colors go. Like, oh, I think I just put way too much on there though. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'm taking a little bit back. That was way too much dye. But I have to be careful not to put it back in the jar, so I'm going to move it up a little bit, just up the line. Okay, so I just went like with a turquoise green color. So turquoise green. How about? Are we ready to get into like the lime pop? How about a lime pop for an accent? Let's just go for it. So lime pop is one of those fun colors that is like liquid ooze, like
Yeah.
toxic ooze. I don't know if any of you guys have ever watched The Simpsons, but Homer worked at a nuclear plant, and everything was this toxic ooze green color. That was based out of where I live here in Oregon.
Have you ever did one of these with dye over the ice?
Um, Not like this, no. I have definitely done dye
I
over
mean,
projects, but not with this many colors.
right, but I mean, with a diamond or an X, have you ever done dye over
Uh,
ice?
right off the top of my head, I don't think so.
That,
Um,
that,
I
yeah, would have thought about it. I would have done dye over ice just to see what would happen.
I mean, I have, I mean, yes, I think that I have. I wish I could tell you off the top of my head which video it is. Yeah, I do have one of these. I want to say maybe it was like it's like it's violet and violet, lime pop, green. I did it around St. Patrick's Day last year, and I think I did dye over
Okay.
ice, but I can't remember. You guys, I've got over 400 videos on YouTube, so it's really hard for me to remember exactly what, and I don't call them all the same thing. Okay, so I did lime pop, which is a neon ooze. So what's going to go into that? Hmm, hmm. Blue violet. Let's do it. So yeah, let's see how this one turns out, and if it turns out cool, then we can try dye over ice and see. But I don't think I would do this many colors with dye over ice, just because that's a whole different ball game. I think 20 colors dye over ice, you run the risk of having no control at
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
all.
definitely.
Okay, so I just did blue violet. So let's contrast that and go with some glacier blue because it's just on the table. All right, somebody throw out. I need like 10 more colors. Throw them
Oh,
out and I'll grab them. I mean, at this point, why not? Let's just do it.
Like certain color, any certain color, like
I have them all.
blues
Well,
or
they have to be Dharma dyes. I don't have anything but Dharma.
right. But do you need blues and greens? You need
You
all
know,
colors.
I've gotten to a point where I don't care. You know what I mean? Like I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever. This shirt might turn out to be the ugliest shirt I've ever seen in my life, and it might be like the coolest shirt I've ever seen in my life. I have no idea.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, throw a
Hey, that's
color and I'll
gotta
grab
happen.
it. So this one I'm doing right now is Feeling Jaded. And this is Dharma's special order dye. I'm Feeling Jaded. And it's a muck dye. It doesn't exist anymore.
Imperial purple, kingfisher blue, dragon fruit. Um,
Okay.
Amanda's rhubarb and custard inspired bandana was dye rice. Random
What?
place. Amanda, her uh, rhubarb and custard inspired bandana was dye over ice. Random placement. So it was inspired by rhubarb and custard.
I would have to go and look. Amanda, send me a picture because I don't remember. Okay. So okay, I just went with Feeling Jaded. Now I need to go and okay. So I heard I just opened my drawer and I'm going to do what you guys say, but the first jar that came in my hand was electric blue. Okay. Um okay, and then I heard Imperial Purple. I will do it. I just electric blue. Electric blue popped into my hand because it was there while I was looking for Imperial Purple. Um Lila, you want dances with raisins and this crazy bright colored thing? Are you sure? I feel like that's gonna like dull it down a little. But I mean I'll do it. Um okay, what were those again? Let's see. Imperial per I don't think I have Kingfisher blue. I don't think I ever got that color. Or if I did I used it all up. Because I had to ask who made Kingfisher blue. And I don't have that's a one color out of all of Dharma's colors I don't have because they didn't have it during the pandemic. Okay, so Kingfisher blue, dragon fruit. Okay, where is my dragon fruit? Oh, okay. Oh, let's see. Oh, new emerald green. Duh. The reason I couldn't find it is because I have the big jar. I was looking in my 2-ounce jars. Hello? I got new emerald green coming for days.
There you go.
So let's do some. Well, let's wait a minute because I just did green and blue.
I
Let's
like
go
doing
with.
I like doing lime squeeze or lime pop into lime squeeze into new emerald into a black, and man, they make some great colors.
Okay, so I have lime squeeze on the table. Okay.
Lime
So
pop,
lime.
lime squeeze, new emerald are three good little segues right there into colors.
So
Because
maybe
none of them split either.
you said I should do Raven. What did I just did electric blue and I have new emerald green and I've got lime squeeze. So you think I should do Raven now? Okay.
Oh, I don't know. I was just saying
Oh.
I like those four colors together.
Okay, well then I'll wait on Raven for just a second then.
I don't know about Raven, but black after the new emerald.
Well, I mean, which black is the thing though? Like I mean,
Well,
new
I
black,
don't know.
better
Are
black.
there any that what turns more bluish green?
Okay.
That does Raven splits like a red, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It leans towards the reds, but these days, according to Dharma, it splits more towards blue. which is fine. Whatever. Okay, so I just did lime squeeze, which is a color I rarely use. It's a very Halloween type green. Oh, my dyes are they're coming back around. They're coming to get me here. Okay. I'm like wrapping them around the project. Okay, so we just did a lot of green, a lot of blue. Okay, let me look up here and see. Oh, yeah. So Lila, lime squeeze is very chartreuse. It's a good color. Um, like I said, it's very Halloween. It's just that perfect green Frankenstein green. So we'll see here because we're gonna do it now. A purple. I heard
Lime squeeze and lime pop.
imperial
So
purple is what I heard. Let me see if I can find it because I had it out for another project, so it's in one of my little baskets. So let me see. Imperial purple. Imperial purple. Okay, it should be. Well, what the heck? It should just be right here because I just remember I just used it when we did when we did the glitch. I had imperial purple out for that project. Oh, you guys, it's I really recommend trying to stay in keeping yourself organized because this is oh, it's wrong drawer. I was down looking in my blues. There it is. Found it. Okay. Imperial purple. I'm going to put imperial purple next to lime squeeze, and in theory the darkness of the lime or the imperial purple when it mixes with the lime squeeze. Yes, we're all afraid of, putting purple next to green and creating brown, but it should be dark enough to like cover it. That's the way to think about it. Okay. Okay. So now we just did purple. I heard other colors. Let's see. Well, okay. Hit there anything on the table I haven't opened. All right, now purple. How about if we go back to like a red? Let's see. Or maybe I know one of my favorite colors is where is it? One of my favorite special order colors is mulberry from the special orders on Dharma, but
yeah, I have it. I love it.
it's so pretty.
Yeah.
If I can find it, I would like to put mulberry right
Now,
there.
do you have soft sandstone too?
Sandstone? Yeah, I've got sandstone.
I obviously it's like a tannish color or something.
Where in the heck?
Wouldn't
Oh,
it? Would it be the
sandstone?
color?
Uh,
Yeah, soft sandstone. The color looks purple, like the powder itself looks purple, but the name sounds like it would be a tan, right?
I haven't used it that I'm aware of, and I think sandstone is like a brownish tone. Like
Yeah. Now, what about sweet alyssum? Have you used it?
yeah, sweet alyssum is a really pretty purple color.
Yeah, I love
Uh,
it. It's a nice color too.
yeah, no, and
From the special order stuff.
yeah, and when you grow the flower, oh my gosh, they stink like they smell like urine, but it's like a stink that smells so good.
We-
Um, no, I mean I'm just saying because it's a flower and it stinks, but
right,
like in the
right.
summer sun, like when the sunshine hits it in the summertime, you can just smell like in the nighttime when it's starting to go into
Uh
dusk,
huh.
and you can just like a little breeze might blow by. It
Yeah.
stinks and smells so good at the same time. It's hard to explain, but
Yeah.
yeah, Sweet
Hers
Alyssa
is
is
smell like poo,
amazing.
poo, poo.
Okay, so I think you know what I just did. I went with like a purple and then a pink. I think I want to go with a big bright blue again, but a light one. And when I started writing these all down, and I didn't do it. Okay, but you know what I mean, like a highlight color, like a bright blue, like sky blue, or I don't know. Wisteria.
Dye.
Oh, let's try that. Let's try. Well, no, wisteria. It's pretty thick right there. So we need a bright light color, but a good penetrator or saturator. Don't say penetrate, you guys. We don't penetrate our dyes. We saturate. Good God. You know what I mean, though, right? Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, how about periwinkle? Let's try. I haven't used periwinkle and I don't remember how long. So let's try periwinkle right here. Okay. So
I'm gonna go ahead and pour my ice in, I think. It's been
yeah.
set.
Time for ice. Yeah. Okay.
I've learned a little trick with to keep me from displacing my dye because I pour my ice in a salad bowl, and I figured a way if you hit the back of the gutter first, and then run it down from run it up to where your incline's going to be from lower to the top. Hit the back of the gutter first, and it won't displace your dye. I don't know why, but and with this being so we're going to try to not flip this, right?
Yeah. My goal is to push enough ice
I'm
through.
going to go heavy with my ice. I went heavy with my dye, so I'm going to go ahead and go and hit heavy with my ice. And I can add a lot of ice to mine because my gutters are 5 inches tall.
Yeah. I'm super jealous of that. All right. I have done successfully for the very first time 20 colors on a project. Oh no. Actually, I've got to do 2 more. Can I just cheat you guys and just do 19 colors?
I'll forgive you this one time.
Okay, I'm doing it. I'm going to make the whole bottom of this just Tropical Dream. One of my absolute favorite special order dyes color from Dharma's list. It's just a perfect turquoise color. Okay. Wow. First time, looking pretty scary. That's a lot of colors. Okay, so I don't feel like I really need to go back and add more. I was really heavy handed. But before I even dare to put ice on this project, I'm going to clean up, close all my lids. I don't want any moisture getting into my jars, anything like that. Um, it's super important to, do good housekeeping. So as I close these up here, I'm gonna write them down backwards because okay, so I started at tropical. So I'm just gonna write tropical. And I know no fun to watch me clean up and do housework, but it's important that you guys do the same thing while you're working. Okay, then we did wisteria. I mean, you don't have to make notes, but it sure does make your life a lot easier. Then the next color was periwinkle. I'm just going to abbreviate periwinkle. And always make sure you put the right lid on your jar. You guys, I have done that before where I put the wrong lid on my jar and then start going to town and I ruin an entire project.
Yeah.
Imperial purple.
And,
Check your lid, make sure, close them up real good. And I have done that too, where I don't close them up all the way because I'm like mixing liquid dye, and I think, well, I'll get to it, and then flinging it across the room. It's not good. Okay, so we're gonna do some mulberry, and I'm abbreviating. And this time, since I used so many colors, I just went with my picnic spoons You can get really cool special order spoons from boredomwithjen.com. Um, but with it, I don't have enough spoons to do all that. Now I went with mulberry, and then what did I do there? Oh, did I already put the imperial purple away? I must have. So no, wait. Oh, now I'm all backwards. Okay, well, moving on. Lime squeeze. I just, if I have to flip the project over, I want to make sure I'm doing it in the right order. Okay. And then what did I do from there? See, I'm already confused. Okay. And then, oh, electric blue. Electric blue. I love electric blue. It's one of those colors that's so sandy and it just goes on so nice. And then it looks like the next one I did was Feeling Jaded, which was a muck dye. So it's not available at this time. So you got to watch Dharma. If they do the muck dyes, you have to get them. Once they're gone, they're gone. And then I did Glacier Blue. I have this sneaking suspicion that this shirt is going to be one of the most, either the most fantastic thing I've ever done or the ugliest shirt I've ever made. Like it really could go either way. Blue,
It'll
violet.
it'll
Because
definitely be.
I have never ever put this many dye colors on at one time. And used a whole bunch of colors that I've never used before. Okay, and then yeah, my colors are out. Like we went from blue violet. Oh yeah. Okay, and then into if you want to take notes, lime pop, lime pop, and then Cayman Isle green, which I'm going to abbreviate Cayman Isle green, CIG. Okay, so here's the thing. So Scott has bigger gutters, like I had mentioned. So he doesn't necessarily have to do a second layer of dye. This is where, being a tie-dye artist starts to come in. You need to evaluate your situation. Do you need to shift gears? Do you need to add more dye? Do you need to add more ice? That type of a thing. Because my gutter is nowhere near as big as his. So, what I recommend is setting it aside so that the ice can melt. And then you want to, oh, I forgot, I stopped writing things down. Shoot, what did I just put in there? Strawberry frappe. Um, so what I recommend that you do is after the ice melts, you just come and just take a little peek on the back. If there's a lot of undissolved dye on the top, you want to like a lot of undissolved dye, throw another layer of ice on there. Okay. And then if you peek on the back and um, there's no saturation, then you're going to probably have to flip your project and repeat the process. Okay. Each project is different. Each t shirt is different. Each round of ice is different. Wouldn't you agree, Scott?
Absolutely, it is. I just did a dress the other night where I used ice from my ice machine that was made that day, so it was kind of wet compared to being really frozen and being in my deep freezer for 2 or 3 days, and it made a complete difference. Everything I do seems like it'll make a difference. The atmosphere in my basement will make different results. You know,
100.
however, how much dye I place. I mean, it's constant unless you lay 2 or 3, 4 shirts down and do everything exactly the same and lay the dye down exactly the same. It's going to be hard to get really close. And even then, you're not. It's not going to be exactly the same. So.
Well, yeah, no two
Every
tie-dyes are ever the same.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
my biggest thing is just because I say like to you right now, like I'm not flipping this project.
Uh-huh.
Well, that doesn't mean that Scott doesn't need to flip his project, or you
Right.
shouldn't flip your project, or
Yeah,
you know
or
what I
because
say. I say that now, but in the morning after a couple rounds of ice, I might be looking at the back of my project, going, I have to flip this project.
right. And what if we would have never mentioned that my gutters are 5 inches tall and your gutters are only 2.5 inches tall, and I don't need to flip mine. You know what I mean? So that's where all the learning comes in, and you kind of you have to learn from your mistakes, and not that they're mistakes, but you know what I mean. Learn how to
Well,
make
no,
your
I mean that.
shirts the way that you want them to be. So
Yeah, no, it's a total learning curve. I mean,
yeah,
100%. No two situations. So I did mention that earlier about the gutters and all that. Scott's gutters are taller. Mine are only 2 inches. So I tried to create some elevation for mine. Now, what I'm
yeah,
gonna do, I you just saw me cleaning my table. I have to take my project into the house, into a home, and I do not want to have dye all over when I put my tote. So I just cleaned it up, and I'm gonna go get my tote, and I'm gonna get my ice, and you can see me create my incline. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm right here. I can still hear you, Scott.
okay. I'll
So
just grab another glitch. After that glitch we made, I just become addicted to making these glitches. I can't get enough of it, and I'm I have some ideas on some other ways I want to do them.
well
But
that would be a blast. I mean, I have to try to get to the skill set that you're at, but then I would love to even go even farther and learn more for
yeah,
sure. All right. Okay. Let me get my. All right. Now, Scott, did you? Oh, I forgot. I had electric green on the table, you guys. I forgot to use it. Dang it. Oh, well, next time. Okay. So I don't know. Scott, did you talk about your incline or anything? I don't remember. I was so into my head of how it was placed in
no,
my.
I didn't mention my incline.
You did not incline yours?
I did. I
Oh,
just didn't
okay.
mention. I didn't mention my incline. No.
So I'm going to incline mine, but I'm going to do a slight incline. And I use my empty dye jars as a way to raise the project up. So I'm going to place it down here in my tote. And then I'm going to place my gutter down in there. And normally I place the dye on while it's flat. And I don't know why I'm not right now. I guess it's just because I'm going for it. And I do recommend wearing gloves because if something goes wrong, if you got to touch it, you're going to get your hands all mucked up. And I can't I can't have messy hands. My real life doesn't allow for me coming in with filthy hands. So I'm going to put on my gloves. And oh, my hands are sweaty. My gloves don't want to go on. Okay. Now I'm going to give my project a quick little sprinkle of soda ash for good measure if I can get this glove on. My goodness gracious. Okay. Oh, yeah, my glove won't even go on. My hands are so sweaty. Now, did you do any glauber salt on yours?
No, I didn't.
So right now I'm just doing that quick little sprinkle of soda ash for good measure. It's up for debate whether this is necessary or not, but I'm doing it. And oh my God, I'm getting that itch, you guys. Do you know what itch I'm starting to get? Woo, I'm getting itchy. I want to make a twofer.
Oh, there you go.
I want to make a twofer. Okay. Now, I like to put some type of a dam down here at the bottom, and all it does is just really help me catch that ice, so I don't have to fill the entire gutter up with ice. I can shorten it up. That's all. You don't have to do this. You can fill your whole gutter up. This glove will not go in my hand. Okay. So I gave my project the quick little sprinkle of soda ash for good measure. Scott, that's a beautiful dress. I love it. Okay, here we go. So I like to start at the bottom and work my way up to the top. And I use my scoop and I try to go quick. You don't have to go super fast. But look, I got some red dye in here. You got to be careful. It climbs. So, don't put your scoop down too far, but I'm really excited so far. I love it when the ice hits the dye. You just see all these amazing Technicolor rainbow colors coming out at you. It's so
No
so
doubt.
beautiful. Okay.
What size dies do you recommend to get on the special order ones? Like 2 ounces, 8 ounces? Should you just go and get a whole pound, or what do you
Um
do?
for me, I start with 2 ounces of everything always until
Okay,
I know if I like a
think
color.
I think we are doing the same, except for Sweet Elysium. We kind of figured we were going to like it, so we got. I think we got a pound of it.
Of
Um,
what? You got a pound of what?
Sweet Elysium.
Yeah, it's a very pretty color for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So we knew we were going to use it quite a bit, so we
You
went ahead and got
guys,
a pound of it.
look
Dan, look
at
at that.
I love a rainbow. So that's my favorite part. So yeah, no, okay. So for me, I always start with 2 ounces of any dye until I work with it and know how I personally feel about it. That's why you see all my little 2 ounce jars because I've been dyeing now really regularly for well 3 years, a little or more. And I still have a lot of my first jars because there are so many colors that I do not use. I once here and there I use a scoop, like all of my greens and browns. 2 ounces is really all you need, unless that's what you're doing.
Yeah,
Because they last a long time. Uh, but you see, I do have some of the 8 ounce jars of certain colors that I use a lot, like new emerald green. I've stepped it up into the 8 ounce size because it's my favorite of the greens. And so I
yeah,
really recommend, just if you're brand new to tie dyeing and you don't know, start with the 2 ounces. Most of the blues from Dharma are the same exact color. So there's no reason to have 1 pound of 25 Dharma blues because they're all the same, essentially. Right. So that's my opinion. And then you figure out what makes you feel the happiest and do that. Now, I'm going to do something here, you guys, that I don't normally do. I'm going to add a little bit of glauber salt to my project. And I ordered it from Pro Chemical and Dyes, and I put it into a little jar here. So just like I did a quick little sprinkle of soda ash for good measure, I'm going to do the same exact thing with my glauber salt. And just I'm gonna start down here and just tap, 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 just like I do. And I'm not adding a lot. I don't even know what the recommended dose is, but
yeah. It's not much. They say it's
and
not much.
and that's that. Okay,
Yeah.
now what I'm going to do with this project is I'm going to set it inside. Your project needs to be at 70 degrees or higher for at least 24 hours so that it can batch. I personally, and I believe Scott as well, we batch for a full 48 hours.
Yep.
That gives your cotton fibers in your shirt maximum amount of time to, like, the procion dye with the soda ash, they can bond together. So the soda ash raises your pH of the cotton fibers, and then the procyon dye bonds to the pH raised fibers at 70 degrees. Now, you can start manipulating it all you want. You can increase your temperature to 80 degrees and batch for less time, or if you have a cooler temperature, you can, batch for the full 48. 48 hours is a very safe place to be, and I just prefer it. It's a matter of preference. And this is looking beautiful. Now, my ice or my gutter is not as big as Scott's, so I'm going to let my machine build back up. And I can almost guarantee you with 100% certainty that I will add a second layer of ice to this project. And then I'm going to set it and forget it. And then in the morning when I wake up, I'm going to lift it. I'm going to peek at the back. And if there's zero saturation, we might come back and talk to you in the morning where we do a flip. If we don't do that, it's because I've got some decent saturation on the back. I'm just going to let it do its thing and have it be a learning lesson here. Like, what's it going to look like? Okay. That's where I am with this one. Now, Scott, why don't you tell us about how that gorgeous dress was, uh, what you got going on there?
This I made this, and I used Palomino.
Good night,
Oh,
Melanie.
I used Palomino Gold and Moose because Moose likes to throw out yellow anyway.
Yeah.
A lot of purple and yellow, and so I went ahead and threw a gold in there with it to make that yellow stand out a little bit more. And I love the results of Palomino and Moose together,
Yeah.
or
It's beautiful.
bronze and Moose together is nice too. I even used Moose with another purple. Just because it's Moose seems like it throws equal parts of yellow and purple out. So sometimes I'll put a yellow in with it, or I'll put a gold in it, and it just brings the colors, those colors out a little more. Especially this Palomino gold. I mean, it
Yeah.
really looks that it's almost a brown, you know.
Yeah,
But
I think it warms it up a little bit. My
yeah,
mousse
it sure
throws out
does.
a lot of gray. I mean, every dye lot's different, but I get a lot of
Sure.
gray in my mousse.
Uh
So
huh.
I think warming it up with the palomino was a good idea. And you know, it kind of reminds me of a banana.
Uh huh.
Like, it's like a banana getting a little bit older and ready for making banana bread. Whenever I
There
look
you
at
go.
tie dye, it sparks my mind to something. And you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, you got the yellow of the banana and then the brown of the little polka dots on the skin.
The spot. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
No, that beautiful. It's gorgeous. And what a beautiful springtime dress you've created.
Yeah,
Now, is this one available?
it is. Yeah,
Perfect.
I've
So
been making a lot of dresses. Uh, just kind of getting ready for festival time, because I know a lot of girls like to wear dresses and stuff. So, and
no,
that's most of my customers are women. 80% of my customers are women.
well, yeah, I
So why
think
do I want to make a bunch of unisex shirts? You know what I mean?
yeah, I
So
don't. I don't want to do
yeah,
it. No, I think
yeah,
it's beautiful. I'm
yeah,
looking down here like I wish you guys could be right here. Like the color of this muck water right now is like the beautiful most ruby colored red, and I'm really itching. So maybe once we hang up I might go like have to make like a shirt to go down here. I just can't waste all this beautiful dye water. Like seriously, I'm really having the itch to go make another shirt. Um no, that dress turned out perfectly. So you guys, don't forget if you want to get yourself something fantastic, one of a kind, you want to go over to Rad Dyes. Scott and Kelly make such beautiful things. Now, I just want to say this before we close, though. We're really seriously talking about next week doing the Patricia Otten Alien Eye Fold, which is going to require hemostats. So I think maybe like 8. I'm not sure. I've never made one before. So I think like 8 are maybe needed. Have you made one before, Scott?
Never have. I got hemostats.
So
They're kind of big.
one,
The ones that I
two,
see
three,
the
4.
people using uh, for alien eyes, they seem like they're kind
Woo!
of thin. And my
Hemostats only come in one thickness. They're in length, so it
you,
could be a 4
I
inch,
don't
a
know,
6 inch,
man. These
8 inch.
ones are kind of these ones are
So
big.
so well, I mean, but they're not done. The tip is all the same. It's like how big is the teeth on it. So I do have links down
Yeah,
below. What?
they're pretty deep.
What do you mean? Oh,
This this
no,
big.
so for the Patricia Otten one, they're straight.
Oh, I can straighten them out.
Well, no, you just no. You just
Oh,
no. I mean
I have a
for
blowtorch and a vise down here. I can straighten it
I
out.
see what you're saying about the thickness. You're talking about the bend. So,
Yeah,
I mean, maybe you can get away with it in the bend. You just like put the bend
yeah.
past the
I'm just
fold
gonna go
or
with it and
whatever.
see
But
what
the whole
happens.
thing with
Yeah.
the Otten fold is having straight hemostats. So I'm just putting this out there into the universe, you guys, that we're going to be doing it. If it's not next week, it'll be the week after, but we're doing it, and you're going to need to have some hemostats for the project. So if you don't have them, I do have links in the description box, which will take you right to straight and curved. For the Otten alien thing, which I've never made, I've only seen it done with straight hemostats. So the link is down there. Uh, Looks like Scott's going to be doing his with curved, but I think we can get through it. His curve looked like it was like huge, so if he pushes past the curved part and just uses the straight part of it, he should be able to do it. So,
Yeah.
anyways, that is coming up. So I just want you to be prepared. And then we're also, well, he may not do it, but I am. We're gonna do it like a liquid tutorial coming up as well. So bottles and stuff. But I will, when we get closer, I'll say exactly what I'm using at that time. But I just want to let you guys know that if you don't have hemostats, time to get some hemostats, because that is what we're going to be moving towards, because it'll be my very first time. So, um, I just wanted to put that out there. And that dress is absolutely gorgeous. What size is that?
This is the ladies' extra large tank top, tank
Yeah.
dress.
Yeah. The cover up dress like usual.
Uh,
Yeah.
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 They're
Beautiful.
not easy to fold. They're really thin.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
it's like a soft style.
yeah.
Um they are fine. They're not thin. Don't listen to him, okay? He's talking about from a folding perspective,
Right. Compared to like using a
thicker
Gildan
material
Ultra.
is easier to fold because it holds onto the pleats. They're
Yeah.
not thin. I have some. I've done them. They're on my Etsy or whatever. They're they're not a hot, sticky, gross cotton material.
No,
They're
they're
not super
uh,
easy for precision work, is what he's talking about.
that's exactly what I mean. Like compared
They're
to me using a Gildan Ultra,
Yeah,
that's my canvas on doing regular tie dyes. You know.
no, it's a nice, soft, lightweight material. So for
Yeah.
folding for precision, they feel thin to him. They're not thin. They're a good quality material, um, and very comfortable to wear. I have them. They're super nice for summertime, spring, festivals, stuff like that. Okay, so I think we've done what we've set out here to do. That looks
Yeah.
beautiful. Um, I might just hang up and then go throw something down here because this red dye is starting to drip, and it is fantastic. So I want to
Yep,
say thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for being patient with the in the middle having to start over. I don't know what the heck happened there, but we made it through it. I'm excited to see what the heck is going to happen with this one because first time. I've never done anything this crazy before. So um I look forward to seeing the results. Um check out
me, me
Rad
too.
Dyes over on Facebook and on
Yep.
Instagram. Thank you,
Thank you.
Scott, and happy
Thank you,
Valentine's
Steph.
Day to everybody. I
Yep.
appreciate it so much. You guys are awesome. And until next time, I guess we should say, right?
That's right.
Okay. So thank you so much. And then really be prepared, you guys, because if in the morning after the ice melts, if I feel like we need to come back and revisit, we will. If you don't hear from us, it's because we're moving forward with just letting it do its thing.
That's right.
All right, guys. Good night so much. Thank you so much, Scott. And I
All
hope
right.
Kelly
Thank
feels
you.
better. So,
Yeah, me
uh,
too.
okay. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's
Woohoo!
Day.
Bye, guys. Good night.
Bye. Good night.